Hey guys, on this episode of Vegan Cooking, Bobby and I are going to show you how to make this delicious black bean spicy soup.
Next on Now You Know. All right, Brent, so what is this black bean soup that we're making?
Yeah, so this is going to be a spicy black bean soup. It uses pretty much all in-season ingredients. We're here in New England in the winter where it's cold and disgusting. So it's a lot of ground vegetable, a lot of root vegetables we'll be using today.
Yeah.
And it's really tasty. It's got sweet potatoes, carrots, onions, a little bit of spice, and black beans. Some good stuff. And the cool thing about this recipe is you only need one pot to make it.
No way, one pot?
One pot. One pot recipe.
All right.
So nice and easy, delicious, and pretty cheap too.
Cool. So let's check out what the ingredients are for this meal.
2 medium carrots, 1 red bell pepper, 1 large sweet potato, 2 cloves of garlic, cumin, chili powder, paprika, and salt, 1 small onion, 2 cans of black beans, 1 quart of vegetable broth, olive oil. Total cook time, 35 minutes. Step 1, chop onions and garlic. All right, Bobby, so let's hop in and get ready.
Yeah.
Step 1, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna chop our onion and then we're gonna press some garlic. Now, you might be wondering to yourself, should you use fresh garlic or should you get pre-minced garlic?
Oh,
what would you rather do?
Well, you see, I would rather get pre-minced garlic, but is it more expensive?
It's definitely more expensive to do it that way. You could either, also get your own clove here and you can hand mince it yourself, or in this case, we have our own garlic press today, so we're gonna use the garlic press.
I'm excited about that.
I'm a huge fan of garlic presses.
Now, I'm peeling an onion, and it's not easy.
See, what I like to do when I'm peeling an onion, Bobby, is I take the knife and I put a little slice down the middle, because then that gives you little edges to peel off.
I'm also finding that if you rub your thumbs against it,
like a genie in a bottle.
It's a horrible idea. Why am I doing this? Give me that knife.
Step 2, add olive oil to pot. So you're gonna want between 2 and 3 tablespoons. Probably about 2 is good. As you guys are gonna come to find, I hate measuring stuff, so I just like to eyeball it. All right.
You know who would be a great member on this show?
Who's that?
Rich.
Rich, yeah, get Rich here.
If we got
Do you think Rich knows how to cook?
I don't know, we should ask
based
him.
on his last episode, he was talking about heating up a Celeste pizza, one of those little tiny pizzas, so I'm gonna guess not.
He also was saying I don't have a lot of money to spend on food.
Yeah.
So if we could show him some tips and tricks on how to eat large meals.
So are we gonna start cooking for our Rich? Is that what you're suggesting?
We'll call it the Car Guru Cooking Podcast with Bobby and Brent. Dude, are you highly sensitive to onion chopping?
No.
I am so sensitive to onion chopping.
You could have let me do it.
It's fine, I forgot until now.
Step 3, saute the onions and garlic. Step 4, prepare sweet potato, carrots, and red bell pepper.
And I'm just gonna rinse it with my hands. Do a nice little, give it some tender love.
We just want to get all the dirt and stuff off there.
A little massage. How do you like that, baby? Potatoes looking clean.
So clean.
So clean.
All right, so we're gonna want to peel that now, Bobby.
All right.
Let's find our peeler.
So Brent, how do you feel about sweet potatoes compared to regular potatoes?
Well, I mean, they're very different.
They are very different.
I like sweet potatoes better for the most part, but it depends what. Don't look at me like that, Maggie.
No, I agree.
What's that face?
I think sweet potatoes are better in a lot of ways, but it does depend on what you're eating.
I like potatoes as a side dish, where sweet potato can be kind of like the head honcho, the star of the show.
True.
Whereas I find it's harder to make a potato the star of the show because it's kind of bland.
Yeah.
You kind of have to dress it up,
It's the potato.
Sweet potato has way more of natural flavor.
The regular potato is the Robin to the sweet potato's Batman. Okay, so I am cutting these potatoes into 1/2-inch cubes because I am an internet chef.
Step 5, saute carrots and sweet potato for 5 minutes.
Ooh, look
Typically
at
for
this.
this recipe, we keep it on about medium heat. I just turned it down a bit because we were taking a little long to chop.
Yeah, we don't want the
we're
minced
jib-jabbing.
garlic to burn.
Yeah, we don't want to burn any of that stuff, so. So now we're gonna cook this for about 5 minutes or so, 10 altogether. because now we're gonna chop up our red bell pepper. We're gonna add that in.
Okay.
After these cook for about 5 minutes.
Sounds good to moi.
I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna strain our black beans, because that's gonna be, we're gonna need that in a moment, or ish, moment-ish. I hate this one. I can't figure out how this can opener works.
Yeah.
If anyone has this kind of can opener at home, first of all, what's wrong with you? Second of all, how does it work? I don't get it. I cannot get it to work.
Please show
Whereas
us.
this kind, clamp down on the top, I can wrap my small, feeble mind around that. So I'm gonna go ahead.
Feeble-minded human being.
Go ahead, open this up. This is a good can opener. Look at that. Look how smooth that is. My can opener at home, like it like skips like every other step, and like I had to like pry it open with my fingers.
Yeah, I like that can opener. It's got a really nice little handle there.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna pour this out into the colander so I can rinse it a little bit. Because black beans, for whatever reason, they always have like all this brine and stuff on it. We don't want all that. We just want clean black beans. So for this recipe, I'm gonna want to keep half a can to the side, and we're gonna put that in a blender for later, because we're gonna use that to make a nice kind of like creamy sauce that we're gonna add back into the broth later. Step 6, saute red bell peppers for 5 minutes. All right, so next step, we need to add in those red bell peppers to our pot and start sauteing them for 5 minutes.
Wow, I didn't know how long you go with that.
About 5 more minutes in here with the red bell peppers in it. And then our next step will be to add our broth and spices.
So this week, our ingredient of the week is sweet potatoes. And Boy Sky, let's figure out why sweet potatoes are important and healthy for us to eat.
Why are we posing like magicians?
I don't know.
Sweet potatoes are extremely high in vitamin A, giving you 377% of your daily need. They also are a great source of vitamins E and C and B6.
We should have a third character on the show named Boy Sky.
Yeah.
And he's like,
It's Don Pardo from
Don Pardo.
It's the ghost of Don Pardo from SNL. Musical guest.
Have a delicious sweet potato from Whole Foods.
Step 7, add your soup broth and spices and turn heat up to high.
all right, so we have our sauteed veggies.
Yep, and we just added our broth, so now we're gonna add our spices.
Here we go.
Now again, we'll show measurements on the episode, but again, as you know, I don't like to measure. I kind of like to feel it. I kind of like to feel it out. So I'm gonna start with my chili powder to start. That's gonna give us our nice spice, nice spiciness to this. Give it a little zip. Not a lot, but a little bit. So go ahead and pour that in there.
I'm a fan of spice.
Me too. Me more spice the better, but I'll maybe go on the lighter side for the sake of this, and we can add more to taste later. You know what? No, I'm gonna add a little bit more.
we're
A
daring.
little bit more.
We're being daring.
Bold flavors today, Emerald style, bam.
Whoa. Well, we need catchphrases.
Yes, what's our, we need, we can't do bam obviously, because that's already taken.
Can't do like pow, it's too generic.
Yeah.
Wizzo.
Tommy Wiseau.
Tommy Wizzo. See,
I do like Tommy Wiseau though, it makes no sense.
what if we both just did
Don't
Wizzo?
worry about it.
Oh, I like that.
I did it like Tommy Wiseau.
Yeah,
so that's-
don't worry about it.
Don't worry, you worry too much, Mark.
Don't worry about it.
What we're gonna do while we're waiting for that to cook is we're gonna go ahead and, you know how we saved half a can of black beans?
Yeah.
We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna add that to a blender. Now, if you don't have a blender at home, if you have like a food processor or something like that, that will work too. Basically, since these are all gonna be cooked soft ingredients, we just need something to kind of blend it up a little bit. So you don't need to have like a fancy blender or anything like that. So we're just gonna go ahead and pour this right in here. And we're gonna leave that to the side for now. So what we're gonna do later is once that stuff is all nice and cooked, we're gonna take about a cup's worth and just pour it in here.
To make
blend
a
it all
little
together.
sauce.
Then we're gonna make that, that kind of thick, creamy sauce that we're gonna add back into our broth to give us more of that kind of thicker, creamier. Yeah, sounds good, right?
Yeah, I'm really
You're getting hungry now.
getting hungry.
Step 8. Once soup is boiling, add black beans and reduce to a simmer. So this is a very thick, meaty soup. I kind of like these kind of soups that are like very, I don't know, meaty, you know,
Yeah.
full, you know? I
You
don't,
get a
some-
bite to it.
Sometimes you get some brothier soups where it's like very, just like more liquidy.
Yeah, like
this one,
tomato soup or something.
this one's very chunky and hearty, you know?
I like a good hearty soup.
It's like a nice hearty winter soup. Step 9. Take 1 cup of cooked soup, add to blender with remaining black beans, and blend until smooth. All right, Bobby, it's time for our last step.
Oh, I'm excited.
And then we're gonna be ready to go. So basically we got our cup here. I like this one because it's got a nice handle so we can just scoop right out.
Yep.
So we're go ahead, we're gonna scoop a cup's worth of our contents of our soup. We're gonna add it to our blender and blend it up.
What's up?
Let's do it. Don't worry about it. Very nice. All right.
Excited for this. What's so?
All right, and the nice thing about this Ninja here, I can figure out how to release it.
Release the beast.
Release the blender.
Aha!
Ah.
Nice thinking, Bobby.
Twist it. Oh man, am I ready to eat this soup? Pizza soup.
Pizza
Oh,
soup.
that's what we should do too, like a vegan pizza soup.
I can make pizza soup.
Dude, that's another episode.
Bruh.
Vegan pizza soup, baby.
So I'm gonna mix that in. See how that's getting nice and
Yeah.
getting nice and kind of thick and creamy now.
Oh yeah, that's more. It's got that color to it.
Oh yeah.
Let me waft a little bit.
Get that. that
Oh
waft
baby,
action.
oh man. Oh,
I thought you hurt yourself.
Nope, that smells good. All right, so here we have our final meal, Brent.
Yes, our spicy black bean soup. You ready to give it a shot?
I'm ready to give it a shot. I'm very excited to try this.
All right, here we go. I hope you like it.
Ooh. All right, here we
My
go.
reputation rests on this. Uh-oh. Oh. Where are we coming down?
I'm really glad you added all that spice.
Yeah,
That makes it.
it really does.
It does. The chunkiness is amazing, but with that extra spice,
Right? Yeah.
it really, I could even go probably for some more, to
Yeah.
be honest. Yeah, I like the spice.
Yeah, I mean, I really like to
great.
add a lot of spice, but I just didn't want to go too crazy. But obviously at
I-
home, do as much as you want. I say more the merrier on the chili powder, but
I could get into this.
Yeah.
I really like it. It feels like a very good, like a fall soup. Like I could see
Lots
this
of
being like a
protein.
siding to your Thanksgiving meal, you know
lots
what
of
I'm saying?
protein for all those people who are worried about protein, which you shouldn't be. You don't need that much protein. But if you are worried about it, tons of protein in this.
Lots of it.
I feel good.
Pat yourself on the back because we're going to go through our ratings now.
Yeah, it's time to rate it up.
And let's start with healthiness.
All right, what do you think for healthiness, Bobby? I'll let you go first on these since I'm biased because it's my recipe.
Okay, well, let's see. I would say I'd have to give it an A on healthiness.
Okay.
It's got all really healthy ingredients.
No
Nothing.
vegetables, vegetable
nothing-
broth.
yeah.
Maybe a little bit on soup. Sometimes the broth can be a bit on the higher on the sodium end of
Yes.
things.
So if you're looking to
I'd
stay
be-
away from sodium, it's not necessarily the.
Yeah, so maybe I would subtract some points there. I'm gonna go A- myself. Sounds good.
That's pretty good though.
Yes, very good. All vegetables and stuff.
Yeah. I
Lots
mean,
of good
adding the
stuff in
bread
there.
obviously doesn't help.
Yeah, this is just for us. This is literally
Slow.
just for our own sake.
Yeah.
I don't usually do this at home, but this was Bobby's.
It was kind of my
improv.
little idea to
He
add
saw
onto
them
it.
and he just got this like puppy dog look on his face, and I couldn't say no.
I was like, Brent, can we get these? And he was like, oh, fine. All right, so let's move on to cost.
Cost?
$11.
$11 for all the ingredients, and that was including the little pita breads.
That was including the pita bread,
if you
which
take
really
that
don't
out,
need.
that was actually one of the most expensive things we got. Was the pita bread?
Yeah, what was it, like $5?
like $4 bucks, something like
Yeah,
that.
so-
if you get rid of that, it's like under $10, and it serves, you know, depending, I would say up to 4 people.
4 people or yourself 4 times.
Yeah,
I mean,
or
that's lunch for the
depending-
week.
Yeah, it's a very hearty soup, so I feel like usually one bowl is pretty good,
Yeah.
pretty filling.
Wow, I'd
I'm
say
gonna give
A
it
plus on
A
the
plus on the
cheapness.
cost to
Yeah.
me. This is a very cheap meal that's very healthy, full of all kinds of good stuff, and it's delicious.
Yeah,
So,
clean up.
clean up.
I would say is pretty. I mean, we're gonna have a little bit of a mess with the pot.
Yeah, just the pot in the blender.
Pot in
but-
the blender. So I would say, I would give it a B on cleanup.
See, I think I'm gonna stick with A on this one though, because the one thing I like is it's a one-pot recipe. You know,
Right. Good
usually
point.
meals you're cooking, you have, you know, like your rice in one pot, you're sauteing in a frying pan, and
True.
you get a bunch of stuff going on. This is, you cook pretty much all in one pot, and just other than the blender and I guess your cutting board, there's really not a whole lot of stuff you need. So I personally, let's say A on this cleanup. Last but not least, taste.
Taste. Woo.
Taste. I'm gonna let you, I'm again biased, so I'm gonna let you kind of go first.
Well, I really, the fact that I've been like dying to eat it this whole time while talking shows that I really enjoy the taste. So
Yeah.
let me give it one more.
Okay, just to be sure.
It's really good. I would say I could go for a little more spice, to be honest. But I mean, the fact that you were holding back
Yeah.
because of me shows that you know your spices, Brent. And I would say that I would give it an A on taste.
Okay.
Really good.
I'm gonna agree with you there too. I'm gonna also go A. I like mine on the spicier end, hence spicy black bean soup. I did kind of hold back just a little bit.
Yep.
But yeah.
But not a lot though, because I told you to go for it. So it's and I haven't really gotten into the chunky stuff yet.
Yeah, it's really got a nice just like zip, you know, just enough to kind of give you that little jolt there.
Thanks for watching this episode of Vegan Cooking.
Yep, don't forget to like, subscribe, Patreon, check that out if you're interested. All kinds of cool perks over there that you can get on. Comments below, let us know how you think it turned out, if you tried it at home, if you have suggestions, things you would have done differently. We'd love to hear that. And maybe let us know some other things you'd like to see us do. There are things you're curious about. There are things you would like to see, like versions of things you'd like to see made vegan.
That was this episode of Thanks for watching. I'm Marvin.
I'm Brent.
And we're watching. We did the learning thing there.
I know, I was so used to doing the learning thing. The song doesn't say the name of the show.